So the person that I'm doing is James Monroe, and my thesis is that James Monroe, he was the first president to actually start with foreign affairs. He was the first president to actually say something like most of the presidents, they were focused on the United States, and he was the first president to actually, he set the pace of how the United States works today in international affairs. So yes, that's my thesis. And just a couple things before we start about James Monroe is that he was the last president of the so-called Virginia dynasty, which are presidents that are from Virginia. He was the last founding father to become president. He actually bought Florida from Spain. But the most important thing is that he created the Monroe Doctrine. And something amazing is that today, December the 2nd, is actually the anniversary of the Monroe Doctrine. The Monroe Doctrine he declared the Monroe Doctrine 178 years, like today. So today is the anniversary, which is really cool. And the Monroe Doctrine is like really important because like I could explain it like a lot, but I just summarize it in just one phrase, which is the Americas for the Americans. This basically summarized the whole idea of the Monroe Doctrine, in which James Monroe, he saw that all those countries in Latin America, for example, Brazil, Chile, and Argentina, they were declaring independence, and the United States saw it and said, if any European colony tries to colonize America again, we will see it as an act of aggression. It was really important because in the case of Brazil, for example, the United States was the first country to actually accept our independence, which is really nice. Thanks a lot, America. But, of course, the Monroe Doctrine is like an amazing example of how a very good idea can be totally twisted into something bad. One of the implications is that with the Manifest Destiny, the United States started using the Monroe Doctrine as something like interfere in Latin America. For example, Teddy Roosevelt, he used the Monroe Doctrine as a way to like say that if something happened in Latin America, the United States would send troops there. It was the policy of the big stick. It also, after World War II, with the spread of communism, the United States was afraid that the communism would spread throughout Latin America. That's why the United States actually helped a lot of dictatorships to come into power. For example, in Brazil, we went to 20 years of dictatorship, and a lot of people were killed because they expressed their ideas. A lot of, especially students, were killed, and college students, because of the Monroe Doctrine, because this idea that bring liberty, but it may not be liberty at all. Yes, and also a more present view of the Monroe Doctrine, it would like spread this American influence throughout the world. For example, in Middle East, like bring freedom, but it may not be freedom at all because it's used like as a way for spread American it's imperialism. And I'm sure that if James Monroe saw it, he would be the first to disagree with it because America as an empire is not America as a republic.
Okay, good.